We're back, and we're getting tattoos. Well, I can't decide if I want like a tree or like a mountain.
Well, it's a temporary. You can get temporary tattoos.
I don't even know if I can get myself in.
How does that feel? Not bad.
How bad is it? Intense.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. That's how my brother described it. I don't know how he got his giant sleeve.
Grew up with a lot of cats.
Yeah.
Cat scratches
That's for
are
sure.
a common feeling.
And I kind of had this in the back of my mind, but I didn't fully think it through when we were planning to do this. Everyone is like really scheduled out, and so it was tough to find people that could do it like on a dime because it's a walk-in. So it's, you know, if they're available, they're available. If they're not, they're not.
We decided like a week ahead of time, like, this is it. Now is the time. We're going to do this. And then it was like, okay, let's look at what we want. And so we looked at what we wanted. And then a couple days later, we're like, oh, we should schedule that. This is still like COVID time, so like a lot of them also like your appointment times get like a little longer for like the cleanup and stuff at certain places. Not the one we went to, but for other ones like they were booked out even further. I don't like not having an appointment, so we need to have an appointment because we also want to get them back to back.
But yeah, so we reached out to him and booked it. It was actually a fairly quick process of booking. The day of, he messaged me and said I'm sick, I can't make it, and I was like, okay. I mean, that's totally fine. It is what it is. Then we were kind of trying to figure out what day we were going to do it from then, because since you were on break, we wanted to get it done then so we could both do it at a time that wasn't 7 o'clock at night. And luckily he was able to get us in the next day. He just told me, hey, I have free spots, come in. So we went in on a dime. Like, I literally went home from work immediately, pretty much picked you up and headed over, got it done. That was super cool. It's everything you kind of think it's going to be. He had our work pretty much already ready. There was a couple things we had to fix, but it was quick. And you were supposed to go first, is what we planned on.
And then you said you were going first because he's a bleeder.
Yeah.
And I want to see all the blood.
The part of the problem is I couldn't
You weren't
hear
paying attention to
what.
the question.
No, because they had like the little questionnaire thing of like all your information, and so like I know why, because he was trying to make sure that he could get it done within the time frame and get us out as quickly as possible.
Well,
and so
he wanted to prep. He wanted to print it.
Which I get, but I didn't hear exactly what he said when he said, "So you want to go first?" I thought he was asking me, "So you're good with it? Like we're good?" And apparently, then you informed me that no, he was asking if I wanted to go first. So at that point, I was like, "Well, he's already prepping it, so let's just go with it." I think it actually worked out pretty well.
Yeah, except you bled a lot.
I did bleed. Well, but not initially. Mine didn't really start. It didn't really start bleeding until you were already into yours. No. Like, should I be worried? But that's how I am with everything. Any kind of like shot I get, I'm just a bleeder. But
But for reference, mine didn't have any blood.
Yeah, yours had nothing. How long do you think it was? Probably like what, 25 minutes each, maybe?
Not even. It took from the time we got there to the time we left was
like
less
45
than an hour.
minutes.
That's including filling out all your stuff and cleaning and prepping and deciding and tattooing.
Placement and all that, yeah.
Yeah, so...
Because that was the only other part that I was like kind of nervous about is the placement. But yeah, he was super helpful. It was really quick. Everyone there was super cool about it. And he kind of told me that, I made an interesting decision with mine because it was really shaded in. I mean, it's like pretty much all black besides like certain details. And I didn't really think about that until he said that. And I was like, yeah, that was kind of a dumb decision for my first one. But at the same time, it worked out really well. So I think it's totally fine. And yours turned out really good. He came up with a better way of shading it than it was in the original picture.
Yeah, he had creative liberties. I don't think either of us went in with like a super solid image of like it has to be anything.
Yeah.
It's
Because
just like
I mean, yeah,
whatever
I don't.
felt best and looked best.
Yeah.
As for pain, I don't remember it.
Oh, I do. That's the one thing I will say is it was pretty much exactly what I expected it was going to be, but there were certain points I think were a little worse, and it was just kind of when he started to go up more.
I remember going up hurt more, but I remember lines hurt more.
Yeah.
And the shading in my mind at this point, I think the shading felt good.
See, I don't
actually
see that.
It was like a good experience, but I don't fully remember.
Overall, I think it was totally worth it. I'm glad we decided to do this now, rather than waiting for my larger piece that I have planned. Kind of got me into it, especially because the pain was bad enough that I want to know what I'm getting into at least. I think it was totally worth it, and it wasn't so bad that I was like in excruciating pain. Especially when you get like kind of talking to them and stuff, it kind of just zone out a little bit. But then part of the problem I had too was because I was laying down, and so you're staring up and there's just lights hitting you right in the face, and I'm just terrible with that. I don't like light being in my face like that. So it was like almost kind of nauseating me. So I was trying to push past it because that was bothering me more than anything, was the fact that I like felt like I had to close my eyes. But I feel like that's weird.
It's like at the dentist.
It's like the dentist.
As for Aftercare, we took no footage of that. I forgot. He didn't want to.
No, I mean, it wasn't really just the pain. We also had to walk Lilo right after we got it done, which was kind of the hard part because I had to hold it with one hand because my other arm was like, I mean, I'm not going to sit there and put it through extraneous like.
It's also still
use,
winter at that point.
And yeah, it was a little colder.
We're wearing like
jackets, full-on jackets. It's like
jackets.
rubbing. But yeah, so I was not ready to film anything. We took pictures right when we got it done. We took those pictures.
But we didn't take any pictures of all the blood that was in History Unraveled.
I don't think we could show that anyway.
I think we should have, because it was disgusting.
It was disgusting. It was very bad.
He has also the ink bled at night. But
yeah,
we had
which he warned me
it
about.
because he said to. After that, we'd wash it twice a day.
Which we're still doing. But it was worse because obviously the pain of that, it still was like, and mine bruised.
Oh
and
yeah,
so,
yours bruised. I have a picture of the bruise. We can insert
bruise.
the
Yeah,
bruise.
that was fun. And now for the most part, it's mostly healed. There's like one or two little spots that are still kind of scabbed over, but for the most part, it's pretty well healed overall.
Mine's been healed. Mine's smaller.
Yeah.
There is less. I mean, they're literally cutting you. That's like what it's doing. It's forming microabrasions that then it's gonna fill with ink.
Yeah.
And so it's like, I mean, obviously, like the larger the cut is, the longer it's gonna take to heal, the more it's gonna hurt to do.
Yeah.
So yours was harder to do than mine, I think.
But yeah, overall, I thought it was a really, really cool experience. I'm glad we finally got it done because we've been talking about it forever. So yeah, I mean, it was a good experience, and I'm looking forward to the next one. We've already been talking about what we want to get next, which obviously everyone talks about is kind of the addiction of tattoos.
Well, and then you don't want to wait, because you have to wait like 6 weeks after you get them before you can go in the pool.
Yeah.
And I don't want to wait until summer because I want to swim.
Yeah, and now we're starting to get into that area, and so we want to try and get them done, but yeah, I don't know. We're going to have to figure that out. I don't know how we're going to want to do that. I don't know that I'm going to get a smaller one before my bigger piece, so I might just wait till after summer to do it. And we'll probably, I'm sure, take pictures and maybe film that one too. I don't know. We'll see. Got a lot planned in the pipeline of content, slowly working on some things. Well, we have a couple things. There are things that we can't really do yet because we're going to be moving.
I would like to just ferment his beard.
No, we're not doing that.
I'm going to do that for
That is a hard no for me. But
I just need support.
And we have a couple things. We're gonna have the moving vlog, which is gonna be really cool. It's gonna be a little stressful because it's obviously moving.
It's gonna be a minute.
But also, I think it'll be really cool because we get to actually like document the whole process of that, which is really fun.
I also just like to watch people move, and I don't know why. I just do.
And it'll be a fun experience. But that's probably the next big thing that we're gonna do on the channel. But I don't know. Maybe we'll think of other things the next coming weeks. And we have the podcast that we're working on right now.
Go listen to our podcast. I don't know where it
should. By the time this is posted, I think it'll probably be out. I don't know how long it's going to take me to edit. I just don't really know yet. I'm hoping it won't take me too long to edit. So I'm probably, by the time this is posted, I think it'll probably be up or about to be up. So
we'll put the link in the description.
Yeah.
Because
do you want to say what the name was? So it's called Ghosts or Friends. We were initially gonna do Ghosts or Friends.
Don't
not
talk about it
food.
if we're not doing it, because you already vetoed that. And
it just didn't make a lot of
sense. I don't
sense.
understand.
As cute as I thought it was, it just didn't make a lot of
That's
sense.
so-
But it's called Ghosts or Friends, and it's basically just where we sit down and we talk about some interesting stories. Not necessarily just ghosts, but that's where we're definitely going to be starting with this first episode. And I'm super excited for it. It's a really interesting place. So you'll have to listen to it to check it out. It'll be on Spotify and probably a couple other places, but I'm not sure yet. So check it out on Spotify. We'll have a link below when that does go up. So I think that'll be it for us today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. It was a really cool process, and if you're thinking about getting one, I would definitely consider it. It's really worth it. Just make sure that you look for a good place, obviously. Do a little bit of research on places and make sure you're going somewhere that's got some good reputation and all that. But
And like if you're really nervous, just like do it in a spot that you can't see that often.
yeah, do somewhere that's hidden at least, so if it does turn out bad, do like a lip tattoo or something, you know.
Ew.
No. But yeah, definitely do your research, and I think you'll end up loving it. So don't be afraid. It's well worth it. It was really fun, and yeah. So thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you guys in the next video. Thank y'all so much.
Bye.